Did you know that that works? My fingers hurt, dude. My fingers are hurting. Remember, if you like the videos, like, sub, silly, comment, share, support the channel. If you want, I appreciate it. Thanks. Today I want to talk about why bad characters are good for games, right? And when I think about quotation marks bad characters, when I think about the bad characters, and we use an example like, say, Street Fighter Alpha, right? Adon, a quotation marks bad character, right? I would say, when I think about the game, I think of the lower tier characters, probably a mix of, Birdie, Adon, Chun-Li, Sagat, Dan. Are those the 5 characters? Whatever. They're not terrible characters, but they're characters that you can see, they have like a weakness, right? And Adon, you know what I mean? It's hard for him to really punish rolls very effectively, and his combos are generally like tap tap super, something like that. He has a couple of weird ones, you know what I mean? Like he can link off of, say cross up Jaguar kick or just regular Jaguar kick, he can do a duck light to stand rounds. But even that, they're pretty actually specific. I assume they're a just frame, right? But, in this character, in all his sort of, this shit is much faster and much more priority than it is in other games, right? Not something like Alpha 2, where in this game, you can actually link off it, although it is quite difficult actually in this game, but it does work. You know what I mean? Whereas in Alpha 2, you get punished when you do it. Alpha 2, like, oh, Adon's not bad. I'm like, why isn't Adon bad? Because he has custom combos. You know what I mean? Like, oh, great, everyone has custom combos. Who gives a fuck, right? But Alpha 1 is still a game, when you think of a game like, say, Super Turbo, like weaker characters, they're characters that are very distinct in their weakness, right? Their weaknesses let the other characters shine, so to speak, right? Just like these characters, you could say a character like Adon, maybe if he had good chain combos and super easy combos, he might be overpowered because he's just so quick, right? And he has such high priority on certain moves. His Duck Fierce, like I said, I've never even seen anyone ever talk about that you can go under certain fireballs. It goes under Charlie and Rose's fireball. I don't think that was any other game. I don't think it does it in Street Fighter 4. I know it doesn't do it in Street Fighter Alpha 2. Don't think it does in 3 either. Unless someone can show me it doing it, I don't think it does. But, he's got moves that are like, wow, that move is really bonkers, right? You know what I mean? It's a great anti-air, better anti-air than it should be probably. Good poke, hits low, you know what I mean? He's a very kind of distinct character, right? He has strengths, but he has like clear weaknesses. But, Adon is a good example of why characters being different, I think, are good for video games. Like, it was even fun to like watch him in, say, a game like Street Fighter 4 when the GamerB guy was doing good with him, right? Because he was such a sort of distinct character, right? And that's not to say that, I like everything about Street Fighter 4, you know what I mean? But, again, you got to admit, he's a distinct character. Like, Adon in this game, he's a very distinct character. You can tell why he's weak. I mean, if you're not an idiot, right? And you can tell the things that are good about him, generally speaking. Duck Fierce is probably a little wacky. It beats more stuff than you would think, but he wouldn't be a hard character to make better or anything like that. And I just think of, he's one of those characters, like if I play this game, which is already pretty rare, he's one of those characters like, you can fuck around and you're going to find out, whatever that phrase is, right? He's just like, I just don't care. You know what I mean? Just to hit buttons, that kind of thing, fuck around with, and I just think that, I wish more games had characters that were more distinct, instead of so many characters being shades of gray. So many characters. You think about a game like, say, Street Fighter Alpha 2. Street Fighter Alpha 2 is kind of an example of a game where the system is, very important to the game, right? The system is keeping the game quotation marks balanced, which I actually think is, often a bad thing, right? Because you see that the characters are kind of bastardized versions of each other a lot of time, of themselves. I don't know. Just when I think of a character like Adon, I think of like how distinct he is and how different he is, and it makes me kind of like miss that in video games. Like, and of course in this game, there's no homogenization of the meter, so to speak. You know what I mean? We all have different supers. I have my super that's like half screen away, you can't block it, right? You know, it's always funny to me, like, oh yeah, we hate supers that are so fast, blah blah, because you can't block it. But hey, custom combo, low, blah. You know what I mean? But in a game like this, you know what I mean, characters felt special. Their supers felt special. My special moves feel special. They feel unique, not all just shades of gray. Yeah, it sucks that I don't have a lot of good chain combos, and a lot of my combos are just simple tap tap something. You know what I mean? But that keeps it unique, right? Instead of every character, oh, this is everyone has the same different shades of gray, dude. You know, I don't know. You know, I've talked about this kind of shit so much, but it was just making me think since I randomly have fucked around with this character a little bit again, just mashing on buttons kind of thing. Anyway, you know, again, it's good to have bad characters. Having bad characters in games, dude, it, you know, lets good characters shine. It lets you see the differences, dude. You know, it's okay to have quotation marks bad characters, right? You know, characters being so different allows you to have those kind of counter character matchups and everything like that. And you know, I just always think about Street Fighter and video games nowadays. You know, I said that Street Fighter 6 is just so boring to watch. Everyone just uses the meter in the same way. Everyone's super is the same fucking combo filler, it feels like, generally speaking. It's just, you know, it's just not a unique feeling game. And it's sad that, you know, I can go back to these old games and I'm like, wow, these characters, they're pretty unique, dude. And it's cool that there's quotation marks bad characters. I don't know if you get what I'm saying, but besides that, yeah. God, you know what, dude? I had this like fucking cyst, to go off into a different subject. I had this like cyst on my jaw, dude. And I went to the dermatologist today. And fuck, dude, they gave me a shot in it. And dude, like, I think I had like an allergic reaction or something. Because it feels like I got punched in the goddamn fucking face, dude. Oh my God. Which kind of pisses me off because now reading about it, I guess you actually can. Some people should not get the shot. Which I wasn't even told that it was dangerous. So now I gotta fucking potentially dangerous wake up in the morning and be like, what the fuck, motherfucker? Oh my God, dude. I swear, do you realize that I've been in the hospital almost every other day this entire summer, dude? 3 months straight. Every other day I've had to do doctor shit. It's fucking insane, dude. Oh my God. Jesus fuck. I need to do a health update video to talk about everything that's going on. I still gotta talk about that fucking thyroid grew back after doing radiation, dude. Oh, my thyroid's back and my body's attacking it. Jesus fuck, dude. Oh my God. Fuck. So much fucking shit going on health-wise. Anyway, remember if you like the videos, like, subscribe, comment, share, support the channel if you want. Appreciate it. Thanks. The end.